Now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Justin Benny. Today, a bill that could impact the future of not just one, but two Wisconsin paper mills became another step closer to becoming law. The Assembly Committee on State Affairs approved what's known as the Mill Bill. Newswatch 12's Rachel Eiler has the latest.
So to have what we have always called the crown jewel of papermaking here in Wisconsin Rapids go idle really shook the entire industry.
Shut down, sitting idle. That's the new reality for multiple paper mills. The Verso paper mill has been closed for almost a year, but that could change within the next 30 days. In an 8-4 vote, the Assembly Committee on State Affairs passed the bill that would loan up to $50 million to a cooperative to buy the Wisconsin Rapids paper mill. Writer of the bill, Representative Scott Krug, says it's a straightforward case.
The whole genesis of this bill is to give producers, loggers, timber professionals just access to the market, to have a place to cut the trees and bring them to.
In addition to the mill bill potentially reopening the Wisconsin Rapids mill, the committee also passed an amendment that would include the recently closed Park Falls mill in the purchase. Just last week, Governor Evers told reporters without mentioning the bill that he would support a co-op initiative.
We're encouraging innovation as much as possible in this industry. We want to make sure that A, those workers are taken care of, but B, we are encouraging that that innovation that is going to be needed to find new markets and new uses for our timber products.
However, representatives say it's still not a done deal.
I'm not pessimistic about this bill and the governor's decision, but there still needs to be a lot of people reaching out to the governor's office saying, hey, we got to get this done. Just because he's indicated some support doesn't mean it's over yet.
That's Rachel Eiler reporting. Representative Krug hopes to have this bill on Governor Evers' desk by the end of the month. Republicans in the Wisconsin Legislature's Budget Committee approved nearly $1.5 billion in building projects across the state today. However, that's about $810 million less than Governor Evers proposed. One of the key differences, for our region at least, Republicans approved just $4 million to plan, develop, and select a new site for the new juvenile prison in Milwaukee County. That's down from the $46 million Democrats wanted. That also means the state will not yet be able to close the Lincoln Hills or Copper Lake juvenile facilities near Irma as planned. They are supposed to be closed by this July, but not until a new facility is built, which obviously isn't happening yet. Wisconsin state budget is projected to see unprecedented revenue growth, about $4.4 billion above previous estimates by the middle of 2023. That according to the nonpartisan Legislative Fiscal Bureau in a revised forecast today. It led to Governor Evers calling for more spending on education, while Republicans urged caution and promised tax cuts. Outside, Andrew, we had a hot day and then a busy night.
That's absolutely right, Justin. Record-setting heat today and thunderstorms. Most of those were north of Highway 29 today. Looking out at live radar right now, we are seeing those collapsing as they're heading towards central Wisconsin. Maybe a few flashes of lightning down towards Stevens Point, but overall, we will be drying on out before midnight and for the rest of the overnight period. And where we are having a couple storms right now are going to be a little more of breezier winds. Otherwise, winds will be going calm through the overnight period. You'll hardly feel those at all coming out of the east otherwise at about 5 miles per hour. Now looking at current temperatures, we were in the 80s and 90s, most of us at least at 90 degrees today, and we're already down towards our overnight lows for the night. A lot of us settling into the upper 60s, low 70s once again. So let's take this now hour by hour at the rest of our night. So mostly cloudy skies will be going through the rest of the overnight period. Temperatures not cooling off too much more. We'll stick with those mid 60s overnight and then seeing that sun to start your Wednesday. Justin?
All right, thanks, Andrew. A Three Lakes garage burst into flames this afternoon. A neighbor says he heard multiple explosions around 12:30, and then he noticed this, the garage on fire. This is off of Minnewanka Road. It appears the home next to the garage was unoccupied at the time. Memorial Pool in Wausau was closed today after city employees say someone intentionally spread fecal matter all over it. Parks and Recreation Department wrote this on Facebook saying, quote, "It is unfortunate that this individual ruined the ability for the public to utilize the pool today. If anyone has any information, please contact our office at 715-261-1550, end quote. They say the Kaiser Pool remains open. The daily number of new confirmed COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin has fallen by about 80% over the last 2 months. Today, the State Department of Health Services reports 181 new cases for a 7-day rolling average of 151. That's up slightly. However, daily death numbers have been holding fairly steady over that same time period. Today, DHS reports 8 new deaths. We're averaging 3 per day over the last week. Meanwhile, DHS reports about 43.2% of all people in Wisconsin have now completed their COVID-19 vaccination, though it varies quite a bit by county. Taylor and Clark County have the lowest rates in the state, about 25% completely vaccinated. Door and Dane counties have the highest rates, about 60% completely vaccinated. As Wisconsin's COVID-19 numbers continue to drop and vaccination numbers rise, DHS announced today they are relaunching their You Stop the Spread campaign, this time trying to increase vaccinations, getting the state closer to that 80% threshold for herd immunity. Health officials say they plan to spread their message on social media as well as in newspapers and on TV, trying to debunk myths and encourage people to get the shots.
The campaign will also target a range from education to persuasion to action. So really trying to help answer many of the common questions that we know are emerging.
You can learn more about the vaccinations on the Wisconsin DHS website. A former Grafton, Wisconsin pharmacist who pleaded guilty to trying to spoil dozens of vials of COVID-19 vaccine has now been sentenced. Stephen Brandenburg will serve 3 years in prison on 2 counts of attempting to tamper with consumer products. Brandenburg was arrested back in December as part of an investigation into how vials of the Moderna vaccine were left out of a refrigerator for hours. According to court filings, Brandenburg believed the Moderna vaccine was not safe, saying it altered people's DNA. There is no scientific evidence to support that claim. The DNR is looking for wildlife artists for its annual stamp design contest. The winners of last year's competition included folks from Lake Tomahawk and Minocqua. If you're interested in giving it a try, you have until July 15th to submit your entries. You can learn more on the Wisconsin DNR website. With a name like the Dairy State, it's no surprise Wisconsin is home to many, many farms. Most include cows, horses, pigs. One local farm, though, has made a name for itself with a different kind of animal. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson gives us a look.
Nellie! I get to be outside all the time.
Jody Cronauer found the perfect job for herself.
Honestly, never regretted it.
Starting in Pennsylvania, Jody and her husband Dave searched for a unique animal to raise.
And when we ended up with a farm, my husband thought we should have something fun, and his initial response was we should have elk. But to have elk, you need a lot of different fencing, so we settled on bison.
They later moved to Leona with their bison and later added pigs, chickens, and horses to the farm. Jody realized she made the right decision to go with bison.
The bison are by far the easiest. They just do their thing. They wander around and eat grass and have water, and they're absolutely content to spend their day doing what they do.
Nellie, come on! Springtime is a busy time at the White Bison Farm. The bison have calves and the pigs have piglets. The farm has 16 bison and between 150 and 200 breeding pigs. That might seem like a lot of animals to take care of, but Jody sees it as another opportunity to spend time where she wants.
My favorite part of being on the farm is still being outside. I absolutely love to be outside. I would rather clean the horse barn any day than clean my house, simply because I'm stuck inside then. So even when it is 20 below, I will find reasons to go outside and do something because I really like to be outside.
Reporting for Newswatch 12 in Leona, I'm Morgan Johnson.
With our record-setting heat today, we have some tips to keep your skin safe and healthy in just a few minutes. But first, Andrew's in with your full forecast, including tonight's storms. And when these temperatures may let up a bit, that's next on Newswatch 12 at 10.
Beautiful home near Land O'Lakes being sold to the highest bidder, regardless of price. Sunday, June 27th. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Sold there $40. Take it away, boys.
Direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Renee is not an influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker. Just look at the way she's reshaping and reimagining her 4-acre slice of heaven. It's not hard to tell she's the real deal. Renee runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor because out here, you can't fake a job well done. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Lakeland Lawn and Equipment in Arbor Vitae for special offers taking place for a limited time. Get great deals and service on legendary John Deere equipment.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you, by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
Rhinelander Brewery has teamed up with Minhas Distillery to offer hand sanitizer. Now available in our retail shop. Growler fills and packaged beer are still available. Now open Monday through Saturday.
The 2021 Bear Cupboard Run is June 26th. Half marathon, 5K run walk, and Kids Cubby Run. Please register online. Visit bearcupboardrun.org for more information.
We've had a busy day of weather here in the North Woods. This afternoon, we traded out that sunshine for thunderstorms. Some of those did get severe this afternoon, and for the rest of the night, I think any of those will be non-severe and tapering on back well before midnight. So looking later into the evening here, 7:17, definitely having that heavy rainfall coming on down. You heard that overhead and much throughout the North Woods as well. And then we had some periods of drying on out and even seeing that sun again for just a moment there. A couple of viewer photos here from Hans looking at Horseshoe Lake, pretty nice looking sunset for him. And then looking at Tomahawk from Tony, even seeing a double rainbow tonight. So those storms did make for some pretty nice pictures tonight. So thank you for those. And looking at the rest of our night, so we do have those couple of thunderstorms still towards central Wisconsin and heavy showers towards the Green Bay area, a little bit to our southeast. These are going to be dissipating a little bit later on tonight, and then we'll be going dry for the rest of the overnight period. But there is a little bit of lightning being reported over towards the Stevens Point area, so you did get a couple of thunderstorms making it that far south, but the most of those were north of Highway 29 today. Now getting into high temperatures, we did have record-breaking heat today. Most of the region at least got into the 90s. If not, you were stuck in the upper 80s. Some of us even making a run for 100 with some of those 96 to even 97 highs for today. Now looking at high temperatures today in Rhinelander, breaking a record of 92 with the high of 94 today. Wausau, we had that high of 93, broken today by 95. Both those previous records set back in 2011. Now looking at the rest of our night into Wednesday morning, we're starting out the day in those low 70s, upper 60s, mostly clear skies by daybreak, and then we'll be having mostly sun as we go throughout your morning into the early afternoon, still staying dry. There will be the opportunity for some isolated thunderstorms into the afternoon period, and that will be with high temperatures once again making a run for the low 90s. So looking at the evening period, we are seeing a couple of those isolated showers. It's not going to be a huge rainmaker of a day. Today definitely being the more significant rainfall and opportunity for thunderstorms. And then looking into very early Thursday morning, getting into the mid 60s, so those overnight lows will gradually be getting a little bit cooler day by day, still in the 60s though. And then going into the rest of the week, we will be having rain chances a little bit on Thursday, but the most significant rain chance coming our way will be Friday afternoon and Friday overnight into Saturday morning. Those will scale on back then for your Saturday, drying on out for the majority of the weekend. I think Sunday is going to feel like a very pleasant day out there, and here's why. We are going to be turning down that humidity, looking at our muggy meter here, so turning off the air conditioning, maybe opening windows, having a lot more of a pleasant feel to the air, and that will be with a cool off too and staying mostly dry through the weekend. So Sunday is going to be that great day to be getting outside for outdoor activities. Now looking at tonight, we do have those thunderstorm chances ending, and we will be having some patchy fog develop overnight as well. Low temperatures getting down to about 66 degrees. We're almost there right now, so not too much cooler to go. And then looking at your Wednesday, we'll be seeing that sun in the morning. We'll wait until the afternoon to evening period to be having some isolated thunderstorms and showers passing by. High temperatures up at 88 degrees. And now looking at your Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast, we'll have a very slight rain chance and chance for thunderstorms tomorrow and Thursday. We'll ramp that up Friday and end it on Saturday, drying out Sunday and through the early part of the week. Justin?
Thanks, Andrew. The National Cancer Institute says over the last 2 decades, they've noticed here in Wisconsin the rate of skin cancer has nearly doubled. Dermatologist Dr. Robert Aylesworth says sunlight is important for our health, but you need to be careful.
The radiation from the sun can damage our skin. It can cause our skin to burn, and it can change the DNA in our skin cells so that later on in life that can produce aging changes and cancer.
Experts say wearing protective clothing and applying sunscreen often are 2 important steps to protect your skin, saying anything SPF 30 or higher is just fine.
SPF 30 to an SPF 50, you're only gaining about 1% of protection. Again, when you go up to 100, you're only gaining another % of protection.
They say to reapply at least once every 2 hours. Also check the day's UV index to see how severe the sunshine will be on any given day. The Rhinelander District Library will be holding a summer reading challenge for teens. For every book the teens complete, they can draw for a prize, and for every 5, they're entered into a grand prize drawing at the end of the summer. That runs until August 27th. To sign up, just stop by the Rhinelander District Library's Teen Zone. No Aaron Rodgers at Packers minicamp today, but the other team stars were out in force. We'll hear from some of them coming up in sports.
Every summer weekend where we live should be a long summer weekend. Why be indoors when we can be outdoors? Let's take another ride to enjoy the events and adventures that Oneida County has to offer. This Friday, Newswatch 12 takes its show out of the studio and on the road to Oneida County. Come with us live at 4, 5, and 6 to see the spirit of the North from Oneida County on Newswatch 12's long summer weekend.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
Carpet City. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and get the toughest waterproof floors in the industry, where they're in stock and on sale. Rigid Maximum XL is 50% thicker and 30% longer, resulting in maximum durability, which is perfect for active families and pets. Not to mention, it's easy to install. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center to get your Rigid Maximum XL waterproof floors today.
Carpet City, our prices will floor you.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Right now, you can lease a new 2021 Sienna or a new 2021 Highlander for just $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Coming up on your Wednesday, we'll learn more about how the Northwoods is gearing up for a busy tourism season this summer.
There may be a few isolated storms possible for the day on Wednesday, but the heat sticks around through Friday before a cool down moves in. More when you tune in on your Wednesday.
Sports Watch 12 with Griffin Stroing starts now.
Today in Green Bay, it was the first day of minicamp for the Packers. Like everyone was speculating, quarterback Aaron Rodgers was nowhere to be seen, but other big names that had been absent were in the Dairy State. Some of those big names include Devontae Adams, David Bakhtiari, and Devin Funchess. A good sight to see for Packers fans. At least some of their All-Stars showed up. Even with these appearances, though, everyone's still concerned about number 12. Head coach Matt LaFleur isn't really giving out much information on the whole situation. Regardless of what happens with Rodgers, though, his teammates will respect his decision.
I care about Aaron Rodgers from a friend perspective. Whatever he wants to do, whatever the situation that comes out, I will never hold any grudge against him. That is my friend. That is someone that I've appreciated, and he has done a lot for this organization and a lot for me as an individual. Now, as a teammate, I would be idiotic to say that I don't want the MVP back.
Wide receiver Devin Funchess sat out all of last season due to COVID-19. He still hasn't even ever caught a pass from Rodgers, but he understands that with or without the former MVP, the Packers still have to play on Sundays.
I need everybody personally just to let him do what he does and understand the 11 that we line up with on the field, that's who we're going to have fun with at that time. Don't matter what number the jersey is, no matter none of that. We're here to have fun and go win the Super Bowl for this town and this team.
Funchess knows what it's like to lose a Pro Bowl QB. When he was in Indianapolis, his quarterback, Andrew Luck, retired. Stick with us here at Newswatch 12. We'll have more on the Packers and minicamp all week long. After having the day off yesterday, the Brewers were back in action, taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Top of the fourth, Avi Garcia with a rip to left field, his 12th home run of the year. That would help the Bats go in for Milwaukee. They win game one of this series 5-1. The time has finally arrived. Postseason high school sports. Tons of first round regional games took place all over the state, including one in Rhinelander. The Hodags are taking on the third seed. They are the third seed, taking on the 6th seed Baraboo. In the first half of this one, Rhinelander's going to work it inside to Ava Lamer. She rips one into the back of the net. Great start for the Hodags. They take an early 1-0 lead. Now they're going to be later on trying to add on to that lead. It's going to be a through ball that's going to end up at the foot of McKenna Brown. She's going to get it over the keeper, but that Baraboo defender is there to clear it. Some great defense. Rhinelander, though, was just too much in this one. Brown's going to get another chance, and this time she doesn't miss. With the toe poke goal, Hodags win this one 5-0. Their next opponent is either Marshfield or Portage. Professional athletes are role models to kids and athletes all over the country. For me personally, Chauncey Billups is someone I hold to a very high standard. For kids in Eagle River, they have an easy choice. When you have a homegrown professional athlete, of course you look up to them. NASCAR racer Natalie Decker was back in town hanging out at the Eagle River Speedway, signing autographs and doing much more for the community. Decker has been all over the country, racing for hundreds of thousands of fans, but the people of Eagle River, her hometown, mean so much to her.
You know, my hometown fans and even just all my fans from Wisconsin, all the support they show me is just so amazing. And I actually will be doing one of the NASCAR Xfinity races in Wisconsin at Road America. So it's going to be so wonderful because I know a lot of them will be attending that race.
It was a little bit of a homecoming for Decker. She says the last time she was at the Eagle River Speedway was when she was racing in the junior micro sprints. And like she mentioned, she will be back in racing in Wisconsin. That's happening in Elkhart Lake on July 3rd. And finally, the Lakeland Union Thunderbird boys golf team are sectional champions. The Thunderbirds were in Black River Falls and competed against 12 other schools and 72 total golfers. Lakeland won by a combined 5 strokes at 323. Caden Nam was the top T-bird. He shot a 76, which was good enough for 4th place. Right behind him, Matt Haggard in 8th. Cody Olson was tied for 11th. They're soaking it in right now. They got a week to prepare for the state tournament. Justin, what a cool accomplishment for the Thunderbirds.
They have been impressive this year. Thank you, Griffin. It's been a big week for the Biden administration on the foreign relations front. We'll hear from VP Kamala Harris, just back from her trip to Mexico. That's next on Newswatch 12 at 10.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Coyote 93.7.
Dina Mia Pizza is a little piece of heaven providing well-loved pizza in a small town since 1967. A fun atmosphere where customers and coworkers feel like family. Our pizza, pizza pockets, and spaghetti are all made with fresh, local ingredients.
Whether it's for work or play, you want a truck that'll get the job done right. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, can be purchased online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Lens Truck. Welcome to Land O'Lakes, Serenity at the top of Wisconsin.
Stay with us at the Gateway Lodge in Land O'Lakes. Relax in our indoor pool, delicious dinners, and the coziest lounge in town. Come back to tradition at the historical Gateway Lodge.
Has the pandemic interrupted your routine health care? Our exceptional team at the Lac Vies Air Health Center is determined to get you back on track. Our comprehensive primary care services include disease management, women's health, preventative care, and more. The convenience of our walk-in clinic is available when your family needs it the most. Full access to our on-site x-ray and lab services to expedite your care. Our friendly team is excited to meet you, and we are conveniently located in the Elison Realty Building at the intersection of Highway 45 and 70.
Everybody loves popcorn and puffs, so Newswatch 12 and Minocqua Popcorn and Puffs want to help you celebrate by sending tasty birthday treats.
If you want your chance to win a gourmet bucket of popcorn for you or your loved one, make sure to submit your birthday club entry on our website, WJFW.com.
One lucky viewer will win a free half-gallon bucket of Minocqua popcorn.
Mondays on Newswatch 12 today features Mugshot Monday. But what exactly is Mugshot Monday?
It starts with the opportunity to win a 12-ounce bag of coffee, with the coffee being sourced from in between the tropics across the world, then brought in here to Eagle River Roasters and roasted to perfection.
Have a great day. Thank you. And with that, you win an Eagle River Roasters coffee mug, perfect for that first cup of coffee with your favorite morning crew.
And join us Monday mornings for this week's winner.
Register online at WJFW.com.
Tonight, Vice President Kamala Harris is back from her first international trip as VP and is declaring her visit to Mexico and Guatemala a success, despite some criticism from both sides of the aisle. John Lawrence reports.
Vice President Kamala Harris is pushing back on criticism she has not visited the U.S.-Mexico border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
Harris is in Central America this week, leading the Biden administration's efforts to stop the flow of migration.
The problem at the border, in large part, if not entirely, stems from the problems in these countries.
Republican critics blasting the administration's response at the border, where a record number of unaccompanied children crossed into the U.S. this spring.
They know if they go, it'll drive the coverage, and they don't have a solution to this crisis, so they're prepared for it to just get worse and worse and worse.
I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come.
The administration also facing backlash from the left for comments made in Guatemala. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeting her disappointment. Still, Harris is declaring her trip a success.
We came out of that trip with agreements to establish an anti-corruption task force.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Looking for a relaxing place to gather?
At Slumberland, we have lots and lots of sectionals.
All with the quality, value, and look you want for less.
Plus, get free shipping with no minimum.
Only at Slumberland Furniture.
The latest weather updates. Weather Watch 12. Weather from where you live.
Here's the newest spin on Wisconsin Lottery scratch games. It's Gold Rush. The $5 number match game offers over 52,000 prizes that triple. That's over $1.9 million in tripled prizes and top prizes of $60,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
ArtStart, WJFW, and Walmart collaborate to feature creative kids in the Northwoods. Submit your art projects, science experiments, and more at artstartrhinelander.org.
From June 11th through the 20th, double your unlimited high-speed data for free. Plus, save $400 on Google Pixel 5 when you trade in your current smartphone. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/summer for details.
Keep your family healthy and maintain the life of your furnace with help from Menards. DuPont air filters help improve indoor air quality for up to 90 days. And they reduce household allergens. Add an inviting scent to your home with a Filter Fresh Air Filter Scent. Choose from a variety of fragrances to add to any clean furnace filter. Right now, save 11% on all air filters and air filter scents at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Need a new boat or outboard? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports and Suzuki Outboards, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we can help get you top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with Suzuki Outboards and American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
When you buy a mattress from Slumberland
And sleep on it for 120 nights.
if you're not happy, we'll make it right.
Get this Sealy Memory Foam Queen mattress for just $399.
Or come lay on our selection of 8 memory foam mattresses, all for under $1,000.
A lot of Griffin's highlights were indoors tonight. You're almost done with those thunderstorms, though?
Yeah, it was definitely a good place to be indoors tonight with those thunderstorms. Most of those wrapping up by now. We do have a few yet still down towards the Wisconsin Rapids area. Seeing some lightning reported there, but those should be dissipating pretty soon here until we all dry on out for the rest of the night. And then tomorrow we'll be waking up and seeing that sun. There could be a couple isolated thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. I don't think anything like we saw today. And high temperatures will once again make a run for the upper 80s to low 90s. Now let's take a look at our final forecast here one more time. So slight thunderstorm chances for the next couple of days. I think we'll wait till Friday to have our next big rainmaker crossing on by.
A couple more days before we start getting a little bit of a break from the heat.
That's right. 70s look forward to.
All right, thanks, Andrew. Thank you for joining us on News Watch 12 at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. Have a